In today's political climate, you would be hard-pressed to find the lack of information technology, IT for short, in any level of government. From increasing efficiency to unparalleled transparency, IT has presented a lot of benefits to municipal governments in the last year. However, IT is a double-edged sword and comes with negatives such as the initial costs of implementation and privacy concerns. Today, we attempt to explore both sides of the story.
Incorporating information technology into municipal governments has the potential to greatly enhance the efficiency and productivity of the administrative process. In a study completed by Forbes, information technology improves productivity through optimizing time tracking, improved networking, and automating routine tasks. By replacing old-fashioned manual methods with digital systems and electronic documents, municipal governments can eliminate inefficiencies and streamline information between different municipal departments. By reducing the need for manual work, the risk of human error is also minimized, as digital systems are more reliable and consistent than work completed manually by a human. Overall, information technology assists municipalities in optimizing employee productivity and adapting to the needs of the digital era.
The use of information technology has allowed municipal governments to improve communications with their community through the use of social media, e-communication tools, or surveys. The improvement in communication has also improved convenience, allowing the public to provide feedback to its government without having to attend open house meetings or public interviews. It is found that a majority of Canadians prefer communication using methods that require the least amount of effort, meaning online surveys. And with the transition to mainly online communications between governments and Canadians, it makes it easier for governments to filter and sort through feedback more effectively to best understand the message their local community is conveying to them.
In the changing landscape of Canadian municipalities, the adoption of more data-driven decision-making stemming from the use of information technology stands out as a major innovation in city efficiency. Studies and previous use of these techniques have been shown to significantly support evidence-based decision-making in municipalities across various potential domains, including environmental planning, transportation management, economic analysis, and energy optimization. Using advanced and big data analytics, cities like Toronto, as described in their Digital Infrastructure Strategic Framework, are currently transforming their governments, aiming to allocate resources more effectively, resulting in optimized operations and services provided by the city, refined urban planning, and transparent and informed decision-making through the use of information technologies. With all these benefits, it's easy to see the tangible impacts of implementing data-driven decision-making through the use of information technology to a municipality and its residents.
Advancements in technology have revolutionized government services, offering citizens online access to information, tax payments, and permit applications without the need for physical visits to government offices. Anything from an auctioneer to a pool hall needs a license or permit to operate, and digital platforms streamline bureaucratic processes, thus in turn making it easy for individuals and businesses to obtain permits and licenses swiftly. This not only enhances efficiency, but also stimulates economic development by saving time and resources. Ultimately, the adoption of digital innovation in government services signifies a transformative shift toward more responsive and inclusive government models shaping modern societies and economies.
Information technology tools have made it easier for municipalities to make information easily accessible to the public. Open data initiatives, portals, and other online tools such as a land use designation map, for example, provide local residents access to the municipality's goals and objectives, budgets, services, decisions, and more. These tools have also opened further opportunities for public consultation and overall communication between parties for projects and work within the community, helping encourage citizen engagement. These benefits lead to a local government that can seamlessly make decisions with the public's best interest in mind and holds them accountable in scenarios in which the local population is unsatisfied.
The use of technology has allowed governments to better respond to emergencies like natural disasters much more effectively. We saw this during the COVID-19 pandemic in an attempt to mitigate the spread of the disease. Predictions of the amount of active cases were determined using the testing of wastewater facilities of regions, and those results were then used in Ontario to determine whether the area would be, for example, a red or a yellow zone. The city of Fort McMurray also utilized IT to assist in the reconstruction and post-disaster assessment efforts after the 2016 wildfires. They used ArcGIS to allow for the rapid assessment of the damage to the city to quickly inform residents of safe and destroyed buildings. Governments even use social media to communicate with citizens to relay urgent information like severe weather updates, for example.
Now that we have covered the positives from the implementation of information technology in municipalities, let us take a look at some downsides that come with it.
On the other hand, the integration of information technology into municipal governments presents both cost and implementation challenges. Firstly, the initial investment required for acquiring and deploying IT infrastructure, software, and skilled personnel can be substantial, often straining municipal budgets. For example, the city of Guelph saw a strict $170,000 net increase in its budget in 2021 due to the purchasing and upgrading of additional information technology. This saw a further growth with the 2022 to 2024 budget expected to increase by nearly $900,000 for additional purchases and upgrades. Overcoming these challenges demands comprehensive strategic planning, stakeholder engagement, and sustained financial investment to ensure the successful integration of information technology into municipal governments.
While there are a multitude of benefits provided to all Canadians from information technology, an essential issue is ensuring the closing of the digital divide and providing reliable access to these technologies. According to Stats Canada, households in rural areas were almost twice as likely to not have access to the internet in comparison to those in urban areas. 1 in 5 of those households cited the lack of quality service as the reason for not having it. Rural areas are not the only issue, however. While in recent years, particularly during the pandemic, the number of seniors who have utilized the internet has increased, there are still quite a few seniors in Canada who do not have access or use the internet, a disproportionate amount in the age group 65 plus, around 22% of them.
Municipal governments play a crucial role in overseeing a wide range of data, including records of financial transactions, information regarding citizens, and infrastructure details. The current integration of information technology into the municipal government operations has increased the reliance on digital systems and networks. Undeniably, the sensitive digital information municipalities have access to exposes them to numerous amounts of cybersecurity threats. For instance, cybercriminals attacked the municipalities of Wasaga Beach and Midland in 2018, accessing sensitive documents and demanding a 6-figure ransom. Due to inadequate cybersecurity measures, the municipality spent approximately $250,000 each in the recovery process. To address these challenges, municipalities must prioritize the protection of personal data through cybersecurity strategies, including detailed encryption methods, access controls, and cybersecurity monitoring systems.
The increase in information technologies within Canadian cities has also heightened privacy concerns among citizens, driven by increased data collection and surveillance. A survey conducted showed that 88% of Canadians are concerned on some level about their privacy in the smart city context, which shows high levels of unease relating to privacy concerns in this context. This discomfort can arise from a mixture of surveillance, municipal data collection, and the introduction of new technologies, and can cause concerns about worries about breaches of information or access by private entities. Additionally, machine learning, which has seen significant advancement in the past year and an expected annual growth rate of 37.3% between 2023 and 2030, intensifies these worries with its ability to quickly analyze data and accelerate data gathering, raising transparency and accountability questions with data privacy. Canadian municipalities must address these potential privacy concerns within the context of implementing information technologies within city infrastructure to ensure citizens' data privacy is preserved.
As the use of technology becomes more prominent, so does our reliance on it. Outages, glitches, or system failures could greatly affect municipal governments and their respective communities. From little things like not being able to access information online to major issues like not being able to reach essential services or suffering economic losses. This over-reliance on modern technology does pose a risk and leaves us vulnerable to its functionality. There has even been an incident where, due to an outage with Rogers telecommunication services, many people across cities in Manitoba could not contact their local emergency services. This could potentially become a disaster if the services are not brought back online quickly.
Along with advanced information technology, and more specifically, the mass availability of municipal information online, comes the concern of ensuring the information is used responsibly with respect to consent and data ownership. As IT practices grow at rapid rates, it is difficult to adapt accordingly and set out regulations for the use of information, which can lead municipalities to legal challenges related to data privacy, cybersecurity, and other related threats. A prime example of local governments being required to protect personal data is the Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, which requires local governments in Ontario to protect private information, however provide access to such information to the individual it relates to. Finding this balance with increased security risks is therefore certainly a concern for Canadian municipalities.
All in all, IT has had a profound effect on municipalities in the last year. On the plus side, municipalities are benefiting from increased efficiency and improved communication. However, IT also has the potential of being detrimental to municipalities, so they ought to be careful when implementing IT into their political infrastructure. Whilst the positives and negatives of IT remain in debate, what can be assured is that its growth and implementation in municipalities is inevitable. Thank you very much for watching.